Yes. Alrighty. What's up, everybody? It is I, your tribal god of retreat, Peter Joseph here, for the first of a lot of videos today on your Sunday, June the 28th, 2026. Thank you all for watching this particular video right here on the main channel, Killer of Demons 669. And as always, make sure you like the video, hit the subscribe button down in my pants, otherwise known as the description box below, and subscribe to my other channels as well. Show your love and support. Leave a comment on this video or any one of my videos in the past, now, and in the future. Comment about all these stupid comments. You get sent to the Shadow Realm, beaten severely, and then Ozzy and Satan will come out and kick your ass even more, and then eat your soul. So don't do it. Go do it somewhere else. I'm not gonna do it on my channel. You don't like it? Too bad. Deal with it. That's that. So show my channels your love and support. All my videos your love and support as well. And don't forget to tap and slap that bell to turn on all notifications so you don't miss the next one. If you miss the next one, you're SOL. I think we all know what that means by now. If you don't know, you got problems. And also, don't forget to share the video all over the internet. And follow me on social media, Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. And that's pretty much it. Alright, ladies and gentlemen. Today is the day we have all been waiting for. We got a triple header coming your way of pay-per-view wrestling action. Starting off at 4 p.m., 2 hours from now, with TNA's 24th anniversary show, Slammiversary from Boston, Massachusetts. Should be a great show. Every title on the line. Got some returning stars. We have a newbie coming in. A former Intercontinental Champion will be debuting. I wonder who that could be. And we'll see who that person is. And a whole lot more coming up in a couple hours at Slammiversary. And that will lead us into our second pay-per-view of the day, NXT Great American Bash. First pay-per-view on broadcast TV on the CW11 at 7 p.m. Actually, we'll see it at 6 p.m. with a tailgate party that nobody's going to watch. But we got that. 7 p.m. Bell time for the Great American Bash. That will lead into the first hour of Forbidden Door from AEW with Stardom, Ring of Honor, CMLL. That's going to be a great pay-per-view. I don't know where it's from. I think it's from Montreal. I forget where it's from this evening, but we'll get to that when our predictions videos. But a lot of videos today. I got to do this video, predictions for Slammiversary, AEW Dynamite and Collision review. That's 4. So 6 videos today, ladies and gentlemen. 6 in the 2-hour span. It's insane. So I'm going to get these done as quickly as I can. Recharge the actual camera I'm working on right now. I could use my phone, but that's charging, so... You know, I meant to do most of this last night, but I fell asleep right after I got home from my festivities, because I did go out last night to partay, because today was going to be a busy day, so I had to do my festivities today, because I didn't do much on Friday. So anyway, minus all that, stay tuned, ladies and gentlemen. A 6-pack challenge on your Sunday for that ass. So stay tuned to my channels, and don't forget to hit that bell, because if you miss even one of the 6 videos coming your way today, you're fucked up. And we have that. But right now, ladies and gentlemen, have a great Sunday. The final official weekend of June. The first official weekend of summer has also ended. Today is the last day. We're beginning week 2 of summer, and it's going to get hot. I mean, molten lava hot here in the Northeast. 100 degrees by Thursday. Get a little rain, a little thunder rumors on Tuesday. Then it's a little spotty on the weekend, so might get a shower on July 4th weekend. Hopefully not going to dampen your plans for 4th of July weekend. So you can shoot off your fireworks early. I don't know about the evening, might get a little dicey. The Macy's 4th of July fireworks display should go on without a hitch. I mean, we'll see how the weather is, and that's pretty much it. But enjoy this weekend, and enjoy your 4th of July weekend as we continue on through the summer, and we'll see what happens with the heat. And, well, hopefully we won't talk about hurricanes as we go into as we go into July and August. So, nothing yet. Thank the Lord for that. But thunder boomers, wherever you may be, tornadoes, it's the summer. So, it is what it is. But stay cool. Drink your whatever you're gonna drink. If you're new here, drink some of this. That's cherry Coke, by the way. But whatever you're gonna be having, if you're a newbie or you're a returning subscriber, wherever you are, grab yourself a nice, tasty cold one, put your feet up and enjoy the show, if you haven't already. But that's that. So enjoy the summer, stay hydrated, stay sexy, and all that other good shit. But right now, ladies and gentlemen, as I get to the first of a few videos coming your way, it is time, really quickly, for your TNA, Impact Wrestling, and Ring of Honor reviews for this past Thursday night, June the 25th, 2026. Alright, so we started with TNA Impact Wrestling, the go-home show before Slammiversary coming up in a little bit. And Impact this past Thursday was wild. It was wild between Nick Nemeth, our good friend Dolph Ziggler, and the TNA World Heavyweight Champion Mike Santana. Got a little bit bloody, chaotic near the end, especially at the end of the show. But we're gearing up for the 24th anniversary of the little engine that could. That's called TNA Impact Wrestling. Also, Ring of Honor is 24 years old today, too. Not today, but it's been around for 24 goddamn years. But I digress on that. We'll talk about Ring of Honor, another pay-per-view, probably Death Before Dishonor, probably August or September. But we'll see what happens when the next pay-per-view is, actually. Alright, move on. Alright, so once again, Impact emanated from the National Western Center in Denver, Colorado, that mile-high city with thin air. And as always, our commentary team of Tom Phillips and the man who loves Rusev Day! And that's in English, otherwise known as Matthew Waywalt. Alright, let's get into this shindig, and let's not waste any more time. Alright, so we started with the opening recap of last week's show. Then we get into the opening sequence, the opening theme, which I still hate. Wish we went back to 2006 with Cross the Line! That epic theme that we always loved from TNA. So, we start off with the Broken Hardys, yes! We have Matt Hardy, yes! Wonderful! Delete! And Platanito! What are you wearing? I knew you'd come! Jeff Hardy in a white shirt, pants, not the garb that Broken Matt Hardy always has. I don't know what's going on with Jeff, but, maybe he still has some barbed wire left in it. I don't know. But anyway, they come out, get things going. Matt talks about the Wicked Garden match, which, with the Righteous, which changed their lives. But it's a good thing. It's not a bad thing. It's a good thing. And now they have ascended, yes! Okay. They have been re-broken by fate. And they're going to get the TNA Tag Team titles back in that triple threat match at Slammiversary with the Righteous and the system of Mophead, Bear Bronson, and Brian Myers. So then the Righteous of Vincent and Dutch. I don't know how he does that with his tongue, but it's creepy. Anyway, I bet his wife loves it, but I digress. They talk about how they have beaten the Hardys over and over and over again. And then they stand on the ramp more enlightened. And then Matt's like, bring your ass here and all those stuff. Threaten some violence. We love violence. We don't condone it, but we love it. And then the system come out. Bear Bronson and Brian Myers. They mock the whole idea of the weird stuff the other teams are talking about. All the violence and shit. So Broken Matt promises to retain. I don't know why would we say retain, but anyway, I think Brian Myers or Mophead meant to retain the titles on Slammiversary. Big brawl. And then the Hardys throw this medium-sized ladder in the ring. And you know what ladders? Jeff goes up top. And then everybody's like, ah! He's gonna jump! Before he can do the dive, and that's pretty much it. So this ladder match is gonna be insane. And you thought Ultimate X was gonna be insane tonight? Mm-hmm. Oh, we're gonna get some people hurt tonight. Or tonight, whatever you want to call it. People are going to get hurt. Especially in that Ultimate X match and the ladder match and who knows what else. But it's going to be a wild, crazy match. I don't know who wins this. I don't know. I think it might go to the Righteous. It might. I mean, we'll see. But the Hardys are the king of the ladder matches. So they could win it back for maybe another final run. But I don't know. But, alright, good segment, and that's that. Alright, Gia Miller, the lovely Gia Miller, is in the back with Order 4. And that's pretty much the Intercontinental Champion, Mr. Mustafa Ali, the Puerto Rican princess herself. No, not Issa, but Tasha Steelz. Agent Zero's there. And the great hands, Skylar and Hotch. By the way, John Skylar, you great man, thank you for retweeting me. Because I tweeted most of Impact on my Twitter machine, and lo and behold, I mentioned Skylar and Hotch, and next thing I know, John Skylar freaking retweeted me. I'm like, what? I thought it was not. I didn't even think it was John Skylar, so I had to fact check, and it's actually John Skylar's Twitter account. I was like, what? So I had to follow him. So. Friend of the channel, John Skylar. Thank you very much. Good man. Now, if Hotch would have, come on, Hotch. Get on the ball. Tasha loves me, but I digress. And Mustafa, well, anyway. Alright. So they come up to Daria Ray, Sonya Deville. Still doesn't like Santino Malala, you son of a gun, and what he's been doing lately. And as a result, Skylar and Hotch are now in the tag team ladder match, making it a fatal 4-way. Great. More people to get hurt. Good job, Daria. Good job, Diarrhea. Cha-cha-cha. But I digress. So we'll see what happens with that. And we move on. Alright, now we get to the action, because a little less talk and a lot more action when I'm talking. And that's pretty much it. Alright, so our first match of the night, knockouts action, we have Mara Shade of the Prophecy in the Undead Realm, well, by herself. She takes on Ash by Alliance. Comes out with George the Iceman, M and Heather, the Knockouts Tag Team Champions, and Mr. Elegance. I don't know why I said it like, Mr. Kennedy! Kennedy! Sorry. So we get that. Alright, Indy Hartwell on commentary. So they're about to start the match, and Ash is all freaked out because the fans are like, Mark! And she needs her mental health break, so she leaves the ring, and M by Elegance takes over. Chicken. So we get that. And then Corey K comes out to the stage to watch, and it was a pretty decent match. I was like, oh yeah, Heather's gonna get involved, but she got taken out. Mr. Elegance just stands there looking pretty. And in the end, Corey Jake goes down to the ring after Mara Shade's Tornado DDT. Looks to set up her finisher off the top, but then Corey Jade is like, nope, that ain't gonna happen. Boom! Decked her. DQ finish in 5.5 minutes. So I gave it 2.25 out of 5 stars. And then afterwards, a wild brawl ensues. Indy comes in, and then the Elegance brand come in, so it's like a 4-on-2 beatdown, technically. And then the rest of the Prophecy come out. Allie, the Bunny, and my girl Rosemary, the co-founder of the Prophecy. They come out, and there's going to be a save. I was thinking we might get like maybe an 8-person tag. Nah, probably not. But we got that, and the Prophecy will be taking on M and Heather for those Knockouts Tag Team titles, and we're getting some gold back in the realm. Because the Shadow Master will allow it. He is not happy. He wants some gold back in the prophecy. So we have to do it tonight. And it will happen tonight, or hell might freeze over twice. I don't know. We'll see. We got that. Alright, then we get a video of Grandpa Eric Young trying to show bang, bang, Sosa, Ricky Sosa, how things worked around here in TNA. And he was disrespected. They disrespected his authority. So basically, it's a test. And Ricky will learn at Slammiversary. So we'll see what happens with that. And we move on. 2.25 out of 5 stars for that. Alright, then we get to my good buddy, AJ Francis. Is all about the money. He takes on some Hammernager named Manny Lemons. Hey, better than Teriyaki. Well, actually not, but, you know, the legend Teriyaki. I don't know if he watches my show, but if he does, God bless you, sir. Legendary jobber name. Not as great as Barry Horowitz or the legendary Barry. Oh. Back in the 80s, if you remember. But some of you people are too young to remember that. I was born in 2006. Who the hell is Barry? Oh. Watch a tape. I'm 49. I don't... almost every jobber there was, not everybody, but almost every jobber there's been in WWE back in the 80s. Barry Horowitz, Jim Powers. For a time, the Killer Bees, they were jobbers, but they were tag team champions. Go figure that one out. Paul Roma, even Leapy Lanny Poffo, you know, Randy's brother. Right, Randy? Your brother was a fucking jobber at the time, then he became a genius. Oh, yeah, my brother was a genius, but he sucks at the same time. Oh, yeah, they're right, Miss Elizabeth. I guess that's right, Randy. You didn't know that, Liz? I wasn't watching, really. Okay. I digress. Alright, yeah, so AJ beats his Hammernager, Manny Lemons, with the TFL into the down payment. Beats him in 3 minutes. Did I say 3 minutes? Pretty much. So 2 out of 5 stars for that. Afterwards, Elijah, who wants to walk with Elijah? He pops up on the Tron and says that him and AJ are fighting at Slammiversary with his name and likeness on the line. I didn't know that. That was a stipulation. Okay. And then he, takes the cease and desist and lights it on fire. I don't know if that works that way, but okay. We'll go with that. So, we'll see what happens if Elijah get his name back or AJ will control him. His likeness, his name, his gimmick, his music, who knows? I don't think he will, but, I mean, we'll see. We got that. Alright. Alright, after that, we go to more Knockouts action as Honey Hudson is back in action as her tag team partner, what's her name? Maya, is it Maya? I think Maya Grace, she's gone from the company. Well, she's by herself, so Harley Hudson, aka Pink, Timu Pink, takes on Zaya Brookside, who will take on Zaya Lee for the Knockouts title, and probably win it. So, it's a pretty decent match, under 6 minutes. Zaya Brookside wins with a middle rope Macho Man elbow. No, it wasn't a Macho Man elbow, but kind of effective. Hits that, actually, I think it was, Harley goes to the middle rope elbow, missed, and then Zaya Brookside hits the dark side of the Force. And gets the win in under 6 minutes, and that's pretty much it. 2.25 out of 5 stars for that. And then afterwards, a big old beatdown ensues, and then Zaya Lee quickly walked to the ring. She sped walked to the ring. I mean, come on, Zaya. I mean, you were still looking hot in that dress or whatever you were wearing. You could have ran to the ring. Gotta be quicker than that. I'm getting my ass kicked. What are you taking your time? What's wrong with you? What's with you, man? Anyway, so she finally gets to the ring, and yeah, Zaya just left at 5 seconds after. Alright, we'll see what happens with Zaya Brookside and Zaya Lee as we move on. And that's that. Alright, then we get to a violent little segment. Earlier today, we had, I think it was Carlos Silva and, well, early in the day, not today, but early in the day, We had Carlos Healing Hand Silva, Gia Miller, Nick Nemeth, and Mike Santana before their title match. They're not signing anything, they're just talking. So Nick brings up how Santana has had a great year, but he's had 23 better years. And then Mike cuts another great promo saying, I've been through, you haven't been through everything I've faced over the years, blah, blah, blah. And he's like, yeah, Nick, you've done everything over the years, you deserve credit, but I'm the one who put this company on my back, carried it forward over the last year or so, and people thought that you were going to be the guy, but I'm the guy. So then Nick brings up Mike Santana's daughter. That made Santana mad. He's like taking over. He's like, you son of a bitch, you don't mention my daughter. And then he decks Nick. The fight is on, and then Ryan, I don't know where he was. He comes in for a distraction, and then Nick beats Santana's ass, and then freaking Carlos can't do anything because he's old, and Gia's like, I stand up, And then next thing you know, Nick takes Mike Santana's head, BAM! Right on the title. Laid him out. I was like, shit, Nick, come on. We know how great you park Issa's car perfectly. As the king of parallel parking, but damn. That was a mean old beatdown. We'll have to see what happens next. That's that. Alright, so I give that 3.5 out of 5 stars. Alright, then we got Moose comes out with Fandango. He's back, JDC. Hey, how did you escape the undead realm? Might as well ask one in a minute. Hey, how did he escape down there? I don't know. Oh, Satan. Satan, you have to talk to your minions. I don't know how he escaped. I'm gonna talk to him, brother. I'm gonna talk to him. And then he's gonna worship Almighty Satan. And he's gonna suck my dick all night long. Okay. Okay, Satan, thank you. You're gonna suck my dick too? No, I'm not. Go away. Go away, Satan. Go away. Get down. Get down, down, down. Thank you. Sorry. Anyway, moving on. Blah, 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 blah. Alright, so they come out. Moose is all ready for the no surrender match between him and Eddie Edwards, where the person's cornerman is the only person, you only win if the other person's cornerman throws in the towel. So he says, so Moose says, payback's a bitch, just like Alicia Edwards. Ooh. So that brings them out. I'm like, please don't let Alicia talk. Please don't let Alicia talk. So Eddie talks about rebuilding the system into a better version, but then Fandango says that wrestling has made Eddie sick in the head. Then he brings up their daughter. Another family thing. You don't get family involved. Alicia's like, you want to know something? Like, shut up, this bum bitch. I'm like, damn it, Alicia, shut up. I don't want to know anything. I'm like, stop. You want to know something? I love her, but come on. Come on, Alicia, I know. Come on, can you say something else? Anyway, I'm sorry. Now I'm gonna get blasted by her on Twitter, or if I see her again. Jeez. Hey, you want to know something? Why do you make fun of what I say? I'm like, I'm sorry. It's my opinion. I'm sorry. And then Eddie's like, what'd you say to my wife? I'm like, never mind. I will shut up now. I will shut up and sit my pretty ass down and watch you fight. And then when she says, you want to know something? I'm like, I'm not saying nothing. That's it. Alright, so Alicia gets in Fandango's face before yelling at Moose for getting played. Calls Moose a coward. And then she leaves. As Eddie leaves, brings him back in, but they avoid violence. As I think Moose was like, you son of a bitch, So Moose and JDC leave. Damn. So, back-to-back segments where people mention other people's daughters or, family. I'm like, shit, you're getting personal, y'all. Here in TNA. Damn. Alright, we get that. Alright, then we get another video for Mickey Sosa and Eric Young. Alright, we get that. Alright, 6-man tag team action with Mr. Elegance, the King of TNA, Frankie Kazarian, and the X-Division champion, Cedric Alexander. They take on my good buddy, KC Navarro, former X-Division champion, Leon Slater, and Giovanni Vinci, or Fabian Aichner. So it's also with Cedric and Giovanni Vinci, but we get the old tag out at the bell. It's alright because he saved by the bell. Cedric's a little chicken. Alright, so pretty decent match. Near the end, everything breaks down. Whole bunch of strikes to face, and a whole bunch of knockdowns until Leon hits Mr. Elegance with a Swanton 450, and Kaz is right there to roll up Leon 1, 2, 3 in under 14 minutes. So, Kaz is the king of the X Division of the Ultimate X match. Because he's on wild shit there, and he's probably going to do some more tonight. Who knows? But we got that. And they're throwing Amazing Red, too. Holy shit. Oh, this match is going to be, I think, TNA Match of the Year. Could be, but we'll see. That's that. Alright, then we end the show with Dolph Ziggler and Ryan. Ryan's big brother who parks Issa's car perfectly. But I'm afraid of Marco's pizza. Ryan, you gotta go to Marco's, dude. I'm sorry. Anyway, so Nick comes out, doesn't think Mike Santana would be at Slammiversary because of what happened earlier. So, let's just crown me the World Heavyweight Champion. Well, that's not gonna work because, Carlos Silva comes out. Nick's like, Carlos, come out with your healing hands and the TNA World title. So he's waiting for Carlos to come out, but then Ryan, gets launched out the entranceway like he's one of the Spirit Squad members, if you know, back from the Ruthless Aggression era with DX, and, with Shawn Michaels and Hunter taking on the entire Spirit Squad. So he gets his shirt all ripped and thrown out to the entrance. Then we see Mike Santana come out, and he is busted wide open, blood just coming down his face. He is pissed. And he's going down the ring, security comes out, referees come out. Carlos was like, oh, no, stop this. My healing hands can't control you people. And then Daria Ray comes out, Santino comes out, trying to stop this mess. They kind of sort of stop it momentarily, but eventually, Dolph Ziggler Dolph gets out of there, and Mike just stands there get over here! He's all bloody, crazy ending. I loved it. That's pretty much it. So TNA, was great, and I thought it was, it was a great show. 7.5 out of 10 stars. We'll see what happens at Slammiversary coming up, and that's pretty much it. We move on. That's that. Alright, let's get to Ring of Honor, Week 2 of Global Wars. You thought Global Wars was a one-night thing? Nope. It was Week 1 and Week 2, so not a pay-per-view per se, but a event, Noches de la Grandes in Triple A. They had Night 1, then they had Night 2, or Week 1, Week 2. So, Week 2 of Global Wars from Cincinnati, Ohio, at the Andrew J. Brady Center, Music Center. Nice little place. AEW's always been there. That's Moxley's hometown. Alright, as always, the Boring Man himself, Ian Ricker Boring, and my good buddy, if I don't do this, he gets mad, the Pasta, Caprice Coleman, at ringside for Week 2. Alright, wasn't as great as last week, where Athena continues her reign over 1,300 days as champ. Her Roman's record is pretty much gone. It is history. 13-16 will be done after July 4th weekend. Bye-bye to that. So Roman, Roman has to acknowledge, Athena being the longest champion now, in the modern era, right now. It is what it is. So we got that. And a whole lot more from last week, and that's that. So we got the opening sequence. We get a little recap of last week. We start off with the AEW National title defending on a Ring of Honor show. Go figure that one out. So we had Mark Davis. This is before we didn't see him for about a week. We didn't see him last week on Dynamite or Collision. We didn't see him this week either. So anyway, he's defending against member of the Bang Bang Gang and former member of the Bullet Club, too sweet me for the love of God. That's Ace Austin. Nobody at ringside, obviously. So, it's a pretty decent match. They crash to the floor. Davis hits the ring post. Ow. And then Ace Austin goes for the fold. It gets blocked. And then a bridging cradle gives Ace Austin a near fall. But Mark Davis comes back with that big Lariato clothesline of his. Then he takes Ace Austin and hits a Mr. Wonderful-like power driver! 1, 2, 3 to retain the title. In a pretty decent match. 2.5 out of 5 stars. And that's that. Move on. Alright, then we go to women's tag team action. We got Viva Van and Lacey Lane, that's Kaden Carter, takes on Holly Cameron and my fourth amazingly hot Asian wife. You love her so much, but I love her even more, Mina Shirakawa. And during the match, Harley was rather pleased with fans holding Minnie Monet's, a little doll that looks like Sasha Banks. But that was fun. That's on. Actually, that is being sold on AEWshop.com, I think. I don't know how much, but I want one. But I digress. Peter's playing with his dolls again! Ay, 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 ay! It is me! Delito Lesse! Ay, 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 ay! Did you see Triple R last night? Yes, I did! Yes, I did! I saw it was great! There were all pendejos in that match. What are you talking about, pendejos? I mean, they're great wrestlers. Even Osito could have been there. Ah! Okay, he doesn't like Osito. Sorry. Anyway. Knock next time! Knock! Did you see anything? No, sir. I didn't see you play with your dolls again. Good. Anytime I have to quote Spaceballs, it's a great time. Alright, moving on. Alright, this match was pretty, standard. 8.5 minutes. Getting to the end. Viva Van kicks Mina out of the corner. Stereo running shots in the corner give Kaden Carter a near fall. But Mina makes the hot tag to Holly Cameron. She comes out, shaking her tatas. And then hits, that's her finisher on Kaden Carter. 1, 2, 3. So they get the win. So Harley and Mina doing pretty decent as a tag team. Maybe going after Divine Dominion. I mean, we'll see what happens with that. But looks like Thunder Rosa! Yay! Well, she was pissed on Collision. She's like getting up in Megan Bain's face, taking off her fucking shirt. We see her bra and everything. I'm like, damn, Mel. Calm down, Melanie. Shit. That's her real name is Melanie. So, calm down. Next thing you know, she's taking off her bra. We see tatas popping out. Or she takes off her pants. She's in her brown panties. Which wouldn't be a bad thing for AEW, but I digress. Tony Khan's like, this is great television. Please watch my show. It starts a big line of cocaine. I mean, big. I mean, he's got like 6 stacks, probably for tonight. He will never blink. We have 6 stacks in the back during the pay-per-view and the buy-in and the main show. Then at the post-show scrum, he's got like 3 more bags and 2 bottles of Perrier. That guy doesn't blink. Does he sleep? I don't think he sleeps. But he still does a great show once in a while. God bless that man. You need to give me a job there, Tony Khan. I think all you people need to DM Tony Khan right now and tell him that Peter Joseph needs to work in AEW. Now. Do it now. Not later, but now. Soon. That's now. When will it be now? Soon. Okay. Go drink your Mr. Coffee. Oh. Spaceballs is a great movie. By the way, happy birthday to President Scroob! Salute! Hail, Scroob! 100 years old, that great man is, Mel Brooks. 100. He's hit the century mark. And he's still going strong. And Spaceballs 2, The Search for More Money, finally comes out next year. February, I believe. So we are pretty much, we're about to hit July. We got July, August, September, October, November, December, January, about 8 months till Spaceballs comes out. I think it comes out on February 27th. I think it does. I gotta check that, but I am counting down the minutes, the hours, the seconds until Spaceballs 2 comes out. And I will be there first to see it. I cannot wait for that movie to come out. Some cameos, some old stars will be there. President Scuba is in it. Rick Moranis playing Dog Helmet. I think he's going to be in it. Of course, Lone Star! He should be in it. Princess Vespa. She hasn't aged, so she's in it, I believe. And then their kids, pretty much, are in it. Like Lone Star Jr. What's sad is, I don't know if we're going to get a cameo from John Candy as Barf! Your full name! Bartholomew! I know Colonel Sanders, I don't know if he's going to be in it. Some of the big stars, big name stars are going to be in it. King Roland's not going to be in it because he's, I think, dead. Dot, Matrix, dead. That's Joan Rivers, dead. There's a few people in that movie are dead. John Candy, Joan Rivers, I think, one of the Van Dykes who played King Roland is dead. Jim J. Bullock, who played, the prince who always yawned and slept. He's dead. I believe he's dead. But, yeah. Gonna be an interesting movie. Spaceballs 2, The Search for More Money. Will it be a Spaceballs 3? Probably not. But, great to see Spaceballs like 30 years later. Or 40 years later. Whatever it was. Alright, we get that. Blah, 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 blah. Alright, so, Mina and Holly get the win in a tag team action. That's it. Alright, then we get a recap of the Women's Owen Hart Finals, where Athena hurt Mercedes Moné, attacking Maya World, who beat Athena to get to the finals. That's tonight. For the women, for the men, Swerve against Ocean Spray. Those matches are going to be great. A lot of people picking Maya World to win tonight. I don't know, maybe. We'll see. And the winner will face Thekla. If Thekla beats Starlight Kid from Stardom, I think she will continue her reign of terror over Stardom. We get that. Alright. Then we get to Billy Starks, my girl Billy Starks, taking on Shuri, who faced Athena last week for the Ring of Honor Forever title and lost, sadly. So this week she faces her minion, Billy Starks, who I believe is in the TBS. She's in it. I think she's in the TBS Survival of the Fittest match. It could be. No, she's not. Take that back. She should be, but she's not. So this was a pretty decent match. A little over 10.5 minutes. We're getting to the end. Shuri gets the cross arm breaker on again on Billy. Billy makes the ropes. Shuri kicks her right in the head, knocked her the fuck out. Goes to the electric chair, gets broken up, and a last shot. Somebody's been watching Adam Cole Bebe tapes. Gives Billy a near fall. Goes to the swanton, hits Ray's knees, and then Shuri gets something which looked like a reverse octopus. Interesting. And Billy tapped out. And that was it. Pretty decent match. 3 out of 5 stars, and that's that. Alright. Gozer the Gazarian. Leo Rush, the TV champion. Still being creepy. But he's still a champ. By the way, if you haven't seen my short on my Peter Joseph channel, watch it. Watch it and you might learn something. Are you a god? No. Then die! Ray, when somebody asks you if you're a god, you say yes! I couldn't help it. Fuck you, Ray. It took Ray Stantz 37 years to finally say yes to Gozer. Remember the remake of Ghostbusters when they finally meet up with Gozer again 37 years later? Same chick. Just old. Older. Older Gozer. I didn't think Gozer could get that old, though. I thought Gozer could be whatever it wants to be, Gozer could be an old fart. Next thing you know, Gozer's a hot chick with tits, But when she or he asks if you're a god, you say yes. If you say no, you die. So, even in the bedroom, right, guys? Mm-hmm. If the ladies say, are you a god, before you put that thing in, you better say yes, or she's gonna get off and get out of here. Oh my god, I don't want to fuck you. You're not a god. You don't have a godlike dick. Get out of here. I'm a god to Rosa and all the other ladies. Especially my Asian chicks. Mina, Io, Asuka, Kairi, Julia, Miyu, soon to be Micah. Oh, goddamn. I'm running through Japan, man. You better watch out. If I ever go to Japan, ladies, watch out. I'm gonna go through Japan like Godzilla. Then we're going, Godzilla! We're going, Peter Joseph here! Ah! And I'm always like, ah! Some of them might go, ooh! The guy's like, oh, Peter Joseph, it's called the army! I just destroyed Japan, I'm sorry. So anybody from Japan who didn't like that little sarcasm, satire, sorry. I love you all, though. Japan, #1, Ichiban! Forever! And ever! And ever! Okay, Terry, thank you. Terry Funk, the king of Japan. I'm the king of Japan, what are you talking about? Oh, I'm sorry, Mike. I forgot, you're the king now. I was the king, too. No, Terry, you were the king. Mike's the king now. I'll kick that hammer nigger's ass. Hey, Terry, old man, you fuck! I'll put you through a flaming table! You are not going to do anything because I was a hardcore legend in Japan. Shut up, you old man! Okay, thank you, Mike. Calm down, guys. You just be riled up sometimes, I'm sorry. Can you guys, kiss and make up? I don't want to kiss him because I have to kiss Mick next. Why am I... Terry, you never kissed me in real life, you maniac! Cactus, you shut up, you maniac! Oh, Terry, would you like a Dorito? They're very tasty. No, Cactus, I gotta go to the bar and drink. Leave me alone. Okay, have a nice day. Okay. You have wild people on your show there, Mr. Joseph. What's going on? I don't know, Mike. I don't know. They just come out the woodwork like you. Unannounced. No, I'm sorry. Next time I'll ask. I'll knock on your door. You're like Three's Company, right? Hey, do you ever seen John Ritter lately? Who's that guy? Oh, that's the Three's Company guy? I didn't know that. Well, now you know. Yeah, I'm gonna knock on his door, maybe. Yeah. He's been waiting for you. Hey, you a funny guy, Mr. Joseph. I know, Mike, thank you. You want to say goodbye? Bye! Okay, thank you. Anyway, I'm sorry. Too much satire on my show. Too much impressions. If you don't like it, too bad. Alright, so Gozo the Gazarian, Leo Rush, still being creepy, but he's still the champ. And then we see how he won the title. That's that. And then his former tag team partner in the crew, Action Andretti, rants about him that he shouldn't have been in the match. Should have been Action Andretti. Well, actually, he was in the match. He lost. So he says Rush needs to enjoy his time with the TV title because Action Andretti is coming for it. Yeah, so we got that to look forward to. That's that. All right, then we get to tag team action. We get Tony Nese, the premier athlete, and I think it's Beef. They take on the ops of Shibata, the sent for the man. You, Hook, bring in your Doritos too. Hook, ladies and gentlemen, he's here. And Shibata. So they take on the premier athletes of it's like a 6-man tag. Okay, Beef was on the team with... I don't know how Beef got into this match, but anyway. He was with the premier athletes as they pretty much walk out on him because, Beef sucks, but it was tainted meat. Sorry. They walk out on him, and then, Shibata puts on a sleeper, then he hits the penalty kick, thinks he's in the World Cup, and it was... Good! Goal! Goal! Okay. Argentina just scored. I'm just like... So we get that. Alright, so here's the penalty kick. It was good. Lays Beef out. 10-minute match, and I didn't give 2 fucks. 2 out of 5 stars, and that's that. Alright, Spanish God, Sammy Guevara, brags about his success in Mexico with the Beast, Mortas, heading to CMLL to defend against Mystico and Mascara Dorada. They lost in, they lost the titles, and the match will be seen this coming Friday night. I want to know why Thursday, but we're getting a special Friday episode of Ring of Honor. So I guess we're getting 2 shows for 1 next week. Or 3 shows for 1. So they're doing Tuesday tapings now, I heard. So I might get a Tuesday show, a Thursday show, and a Friday show. I mean, you're killing me here with all these reviews. Holy shit, but I'm pumping them out. Good stuff. Alright, we get that. Alright, so new Ring of Honor Tag Team Champions in Místico and Máscara Dorada. That's pretty much it. Or El Sky. They're supposed to be in action tonight with the Bucks and Shingo's team from Japan. I don't think it is for the Ring of Honor Tag Team belts. I think it's just a standard triple threat match. But we'll see. That's that. Alright, then we're going to look at Zack Sabre Jr.'s time in Ring of Honor, which hasn't been that long, but pretty short. Alright, then we get to Aaron Solo Mibuki taking on Mikey Nichols. I think we all know who he is. If you don't know, look him up. Quickie match, 4.5 minutes, and Mikey Nichols gets the win with Deep Six. What are you, Baron Corbin? Bishop Dwyer? I mean, how the hell do you turn into freaking Baron Corbin hitting Deep Six? Dude. Is that a precursor to maybe Baron Corbin coming into Ring of Honor or AEW? I don't know. I mean, he's a tag team champion in MLW with Dijak. And, Killer Cross is the world champion. And I didn't know this. Austin Aries is still around. Yeah. He's still relevant somehow. I thought he was dead. Not dead, but you know. He's just mostly dead. Alright, then we get a recap of the Peacock, Dalton Castle, and the Outrunners. Truth Magnum and Turbo Floyd taking on Lethal Twists. That's Jay Lethal, Black Machismo, Blake Christian, and Lee Johnson. So Dalton and the Outrunners don't really think much of them, and then Dalton's like, what the heck? Okay, so I guess that's going to be a match for the 6-man tag team titles. When? Don't know. Don't care. That's that. Alright, moving along with that. Then we get back to women's action. We have the one and only Queen Amanada. She's in the TBS Survival of the Fittest match with a whole bunch of other people. She takes on Hanako, who we saw last week. I forgot who she faced. We saw in action. And this was a decent match. 7 minutes. Just about 7 minutes. They go to the outside for Hanako beating the crap out of her. They go back in. Hanako does the deed. Falcon Arrow into a Boston Crab. Nice. Sends Queen Amanada over to the ropes for a break. And then goes for she starts her comeback, gets countered with a swinging suplex for a near fall. Then the Queen hits Hanako in the face, or with a kick to face. Then another running kick to face, or kick in the ropes. And Queen Amanada gets the win in under 7 minutes. And that's pretty much it. We move on. 2.25 out of process for that. Then the Ops want a Trios title shot. I don't know, I guess the AEW Trios titles. Or the Ring of Honor, whichever one. Probably be the AEW. That's going to be on Collision. We'll talk about that in a little bit. That's that. Alright. We move on. That's that. Then we go to your main I believe this is the main event. Is this the main event? Yes. The main event of Ring of Honor for Global Wars Week 2 for the Women's Pure title, under Pure Rules, of course. We have the champ, Diana Perazzo. The Virtuoso taking on from CMLL Olympia. This is where Diana hurt her foot. She was seen in a walking boot. I don't know what's going to happen with her. I don't know how severe it is. Hopefully not too severe. She can come back and kick ass and not have to relinquish the Women's Pure Rules title. But still, was a pretty good match. And we get to the end. Diana fights her way up, hits some running shoulder blocks, setting up another Fujiwara armbar. That gets broken up, and Diana catches Olympia up top, only for Olympia to gorilla press her down. Damn. Then Olympia with a last chancery, think she's Austin Aries, sends Diana to the rope for her first official rope break, because I think Olympia used up, 2 of her breaks in the match. And then Diana comes back with the Fujiwara armbar, and Olympia tapped out, because I don't think she had any rope breaks left. But, so, Diana wins in under 9 minutes to retain the Women's Pure title. decent match, 2.25 out of 5 stars. But I don't know where in the match she hurt her foot or it was her foot or ankle. I don't know what it was, but she was in a walking boot. So go figure that one out. And that's it. So that's it. Alright, that's it for Ring of Honor TV for Global Wars Week 2. Wasn't as great as Week 1, so I'm going to give it 6.5 out of 10 stars. And for TNA, 7.5 out of 10 stars. And that's pretty much it. Alright guys, I am out of here. We're going to go quickly record Slammiversary predictions, then get into, I'm going to quickly get into a couple more videos right down the line. And that's it. So in the next hour and a half, before we get to Slammiversary, we're going to do a lot of videos. So get ready. So until next time, my friends, for video number 1, I'm Peter Joseph signing off. Until next time, peace.